everyone will live in hope that the trial will go their way. And then there's that dawning realisation it hasn't. You're going to prison.
Some of them are still in shock that they've been sentenced. The first time you came in here, you just never forget.
It's scary. My heart was in my mouth, I was shaking.
I don't think you realise what the prisoners actually go through behind closed doors.
People say it's a holiday camp, but it's not.
Ready for your bedding and tools, guys?
They just count the days down till they get out. Buzzing for it, buzzing to get out.
One for liberation.
You feel like going on your hands and knees and kissing the pavement.
Taunton Vale Women's Prison houses around 300 inmates, including young offenders aged between 16 and 21.
I'm here for police assaults and a breach of the peace. It's because when I start drinking, I black out and can't remember stuff and just keep getting into trouble.
It's Vicky's first 24 hours in prison.
She's been in and out a couple of times, so very quiet girl, you know, seems to have a lot going on, but when you get chatting to her, you know, she'll chat away at you.
Vicky's problems started when she was 10.
Mostly when my dad left and my gran died, I just went downhill a bit, and that's when I started drinking and self-harming. I got kicked out of school for assaulting the head teacher and stuff like that. I don't want to be one of them people that's in and out all the time. I don't want to be like that.
Once she's gone through the admission process, Vicky is taken to Sky House, the young offender unit.
Thank you, one away. You okay? I'm all right. Sitting in that van for all the time, just go and wait there for us. Are you okay? Please, with what happened?
I was expecting 12 months.
It's not bad, so you're down to 8 then. And I'll get half time for 4.
And then my back data for the 3 weeks.
Now that Vicky is 21, she could be reclassified as an adult prisoner. But it's been decided she should stay in the young offenders unit for now.
So phone your mum when you go up and tell her, yeah?
She was at the court.
She was at the court as well? Well, that was all right.
Young people in here are like young people outside. Impulsive, they're daft, they don't think before they speak or act. That's just young people for you. You know, I mean, most of us have been through that, you know, in our teens and early 20s, you know, where you lie awake all night thinking, I wish I hadn't said that, I wish I hadn't done it. Our young people are no different.
Really miss my mum. And
do you know how she felt about it?
She's happy that I'm not out there getting into trouble. I used to be out and I'm drinking a lot. She used to get worried because sometimes I wouldn't go home and she would just be worried and that. And she didn't know if the police were going to come to her door saying I'd been arrested or something had happened. So.
You're like strutting down there. Slow the pace. No race.
No, it's a calendar race. No, it's the first bottle of the
I think the circumstances that drive women to coming to Taunton Vale in the first place are things like poverty, lack of ambition and aspiration for their own lives. It's being caught up in offending at a very young age, being caught up in substance and alcohol misuse at a very young age.
You're going to this festival thing tomorrow?
When I'm out there and if I'm drinking, I get don't know what could happen to me because of my blackouts, and It's not only worry on me, it's worry for my mum as well, and I don't want to put that on her. Like, she's got enough stress to deal with.
You're going to get put round to Unit 1, which you know that because you're convicted. You're going to
get my stuff out, Mum.
Aye, of course you can.
By the time they come to us at, say, the age of 17, 18, 19, they've already got a 7, 8, 9-year history of not being in school, not being in employment, of substance misuse, of offending behaviour.
Like, I need to stop my drinking because that's what lands me in here. Like, I probably wouldn't, there's not been a time when I've been sentenced where I've not been drinking involved.
Do you want to pass out Sinead out in the pack over to the health centre? Just right here, Ricky, for me.
It might surprise people to know that alcohol is a bigger factor in offending for women than is drug use. And I sometimes wonder if it's because alcohol is a stimulant and alcohol causes you to drop your inhibitions, so it encourages people to behave in ways that they wouldn't behave if they weren't drunk. So more of our women have come in here as a result of alcohol and drugs.
Baths anymore. People make out as if, oh, you go to the jail, you'll get assaulted, you'll get beaten up and stuff, but it's none like that. Hey, Rumi. There's quite a lot of support and there's quite a lot of things you can do, like to get qualifications and training and that, so it's quite important because if I don't get help, then I'll just keep drinking and I'll keep falling back in stuff and just keep coming back here, and I don't want that. Too much stuff. In here, I'm hoping to get a job on Friday with the laundry. It gets you out of the block, so you're not, like when you're locked behind your door, you're not sitting thinking all the time, because if you think too much, like I do, I get depressed, and because I've got bad depression and my depression gets quite bad.
What sort of life would you like when you get out of here? What are your hopes?
Well, I would like to try and get a job because that would keep my mind off like drinking and drugs and stuff, and because I don't want to like drink all the time because I've seen what it's did to some of my family and it's no nice. I'll get ID to know that's out. I'm going to try and stay out and not come back, and I'm going to do my alcohol counselling and stuff like that. For my family and that, and my mum's not been keeping well, and I want to be able to look after my mum and that. I think everybody deserves a second chance.
It's about giving people choices. It's about giving choices that they didn't have before, and a wee bit of hope.
When I was growing up, I probably passed here hundreds of times. And you just thought that's where all the bad guys are. My first day here, I'll never forget. The halls were very, very volatile then. There was quite an incident. The alarm bell went and they had to lock the place up. When there's an incident in the scale of over 300 prisoners out, scared, shit scared. I'm not afraid to admit that to this day, because it was terrifying. I've had a lot of prisoners went out here really fit, really good, positive manner about them, going to do good things, and they've come in months later. You can tell they've not been looking after themselves. And most of them are embarrassed about it.
We tend to take kind of everybody we can in here. But Berlin rises to the challenge. It always kind of has done, and it always will. I don't know what to do without this place. People say it's had its day and it's antiquated. The buildings might be old. Some of the staff might be old, but we serve a purpose. For us in reception, it's a conveyor belt, it's a process that we have to do, and we have to get every part right. Every job has a reason behind it, and we need to do one before we do the next. You go to a member of staff and get a rub down. You can quick rub down search, make sure there's nothing else in their pockets, and you can put in a holding cell. The term they use, I believe, although I wouldn't use it myself, is a dog box. We class them as holding cubicles. They're not luxurious. They serve a function. Keep everybody safe, keep the prisoners safe, keep the staff safe.
Gordon has been sentenced for housebreaking. His intention, to steal car keys.
My biggest problem has been cars. It's been a main focus in my life. See, if I put my focus on to something else other than what I've done for cars, I'd have probably done all right. Obviously I'd like to try things like Ferraris, Aston Martins and that, but I suppose the RS6, I've not done RS6 yet. We'll see yet. There's no point lying. If I get a chance in RS6, I'll take it.
Gordon, 25 months. Right, mate?
As far as remorse goes, when I'm on the street, no. I'm not going to lie. I don't. But when you're in the gym, you're going on the courses and that, you have to reflect on these things. And I'm not saying it's good or bad, but it's obviously not good. You know what I mean? But it's definitely it's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Anybody that's had it done to them will hate me. Without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. But there's nothing I can do about that. You know what I mean? I know I can stop. But as I say, there's no point kidding on saying I'm going to stop, because I don't see it happen for a while.
Every admission that comes in gets an interview. we're interviewing to make sure they're fit to be detained, or if they need a wee bit of extra special looking after, or if they're suicidal. That's the bit we need to get right, because that's the bit that could cost somebody their life.
How happy today? 25 months. What you would expect?
No. Probably spent more time in prisons than I even spent at home. Know what I mean? I came for a good home, came for a good area. I wish I had a good relationship with my mum, but I've not. So she can't deal with me bills in and out of jail. It's just non-stop for her, you know what I mean? Constant disappointment.
After they've spoken to a member of our staff, they then go to the health centre and they are dealt with by the NHS. We're just interested in getting detoxes for prisoners that are on drugs or in the methadone programme on the outside. Drugs are a huge issue right across the kind of west of Scotland.
In the jail, I can live without drugs for months and months and months and months, years even. I can't live a couple of days in the street without drugs. You know what I mean? Just feet hit the street, and that's what I think about. I can't find a way of staying away from them for good. You know what I mean? I ain't got the words of the system, but it shouldn't really be there. You know what I mean? Because I put myself in a situation where I've spent most of my life in the jail. I'm the one that chooses to take the drugs, and I know that when I'm on the drugs, most of the time people don't want to be running about anyway, you know what I mean? So it's not that it makes my life any better, it just constantly makes it worse. And I mean, I've got a daughter who I've not been a father to whatsoever. You know what I mean? I wish I could be, but I've just never been in a situation where it would really be a good environment for her to be running about, you know what I mean? And I don't know how to change that either. I just hope one day she'll forgive me for what I've done. You know what I mean? But while she does, I know it's a different matter.
Strip search area is a bit, serves a purpose, shall we say. It's not the greatest place to work. You've got to watch people getting undressed and check their clothing and make sure they've got nothing secreted anywhere they shouldn't. It's part of the job. There's really nothing you can do about it, but just grin and bear it. Like it or lump it. There's worse jobs out there. No, there isn't. Sorry, there isn't at all.
What were you at this morning?
Deputy Sheriff. Used to be a lot worse. Used to actually make you stand and squat for, 30 seconds. You know what I mean? And when you're a young offender, it's quite a harsh way, especially if you've never had to do it before, you know what I mean? Strip you naked and then you stand out there and do this, do that, and you're like, oh my God. They're making sure you've not got things like lockbacks and that, banked. Well, to bank something is when you've, whether it be drugs or a blade, you wrap it up and you have to put it up your backside. That's exactly what it is, you know what I mean? And it happens a lot more than you would ever believe. You know what I mean?
You ever done it?
Mm-hmm. No, it's been done now. Nowadays, at least, it's just clothes off, new jail clothes on, and then into the system, you know what I mean?
D Hall houses Barlinnie's first night centre, where new prisoners are monitored closely.
We take them to the first night centre, and there they get allocated a cell, and they get given pants, socks, jail clothing, a tea and coffee pack. They put in their cell for the night. You know, it's just a way of life for a lot of them, and a lot of them are better off in here than what they're on the outside, which is unfortunately a sad thing to say, but it's true.
You've got your tea pack in there for the tea, and you've got your bedding, and that's well, just put your sheets on your bedding as well. You'll get your dinner later on, right, about 5:30.
Brand new, mate.
You get the chance to use a telephone call to phone your next of kin to let them know you're in custody. Okay, anything else?
It's not a life, but it is an existence. It's definitely not a life.
I've had people say to me, oh, you look as if you just took a bag of heroin and all that, and I'm like, it's legal high.
Having previously served 3 remand sentences, this is Christine's 4th time in Cornton Vale. She's waiting in reception to go through the admission process.
The remand, easy, you know what I mean? Like, you just run about and get a laugh with people and all that. And obviously, but the thing is, obviously, you don't know if you're going to get it or not. But you just get on with it. And obviously, this is the first time I've been in conviction. My lifestyle was a bit chaotic, you know what I mean? Like, I was in the hostels all my days. And then obviously, I've had a few flats, which was good. But I got evicted last year, so that when I got evicted last year, that was basically just the start of everything going wrong again. The charges I was up for were, 2 of them were quite serious. One was an assault to injury, the other one was a domestic. And the assault to injury one, they also threw a breach of peace on me, plus vandalism for kicking a laptop, kicking my ex's brother's laptop and snapping that in half. But I can't remember that because I was that out my face. I just want to go to sleep.
Drug and alcohol addictions are definitely the major factor in bringing people into prison. I think that addiction plays a huge part in it. Drug addiction seems to take hold of people, and that's what brings them in.
Look, there's a lot of cabbage in that, to be honest with you. My comb's in it and all. And I'm going to keep away from alcohol, but that wasn't a problem for me there. So, and then obviously legal highs I need to stay away from them too. It's a fag I want. I know, if I want a fag, choke for a fag.
If they want to stay away from drugs, it's definitely it's a positive place to be, because you do have doctors and workers and professionals here that can definitely help them.
I'm the prison GP at HMP Cornton Vale. One of the new challenges we've seen over the last 12 to 18 months has been the presentation of legal highs. Now, drugs that we've seen for many a year, heroin, Valium, cocaine, methadone, alcohol, we are familiar with their presentation. The legal high substances are a whole vast band of substances that are changing on a daily basis, even within the same packet. And both ourselves, hospital doctors, community doctors, are faced with a new challenge. We've seen some extremely unwell patients on the back of legal highs, and because none of us have got the experience of how to manage that yet, that can be very difficult. We're all learning.
I like them, I can't say I don't like them, right, because I do like them, but it's like the effect it has on you, you don't even realise it, and then you see other people and like, they're the ones that are injecting it and all that, obviously, and they've got holes and all that in them. I don't want to go back down that road. It makes you lose a power of weight, you end up lazy, you don't do it, and you're just lying about as if there's nothing to do, and before you know it, like if I'm with my pals and we're smoking it, we'll just lie about and go to sleep, and then you wake up and it's like the full house is a mess, you don't even care. The full house is just upside down because you don't care. You don't care about your appearance and all that. You don't care about the way you talk to people. All you care about is how you're going to even get that next gram of legal high. That's all that's in your head about it.
With all the paperwork done, Christine is admitted to prison and taken to her new cell.
I've got scoliosis covered up your spine. My horn, I don't even know what to call that, man. I just say deformed left horn. That's what I say all the time. People always think that I'm hiding it, but I'm not, I don't care. If anybody doesn't like it, they don't need to talk to me. If they don't like it, then they can go and take a flying fuck to themselves, to be honest with you. It's not going to affect me in my life. I'm not going to see them again. If I see them again, I'm not going to talk to them, mama. So, no, it doesn't bother me at all.
You've been up to this before?
But Bruce, I've only done remand. Right. I can do everything that everybody else can do. There's no one thing I can think of that I can't do because of my horn that anybody else can do. I can do absolutely everything with it, so it doesn't bother me at all. Who's in there? Who's in?
Christine. Claire.
No, you've gone in here. I'll get my bag in a minute.
It's definitely noisier here than it is working with guys. There's a lot more noise. Gossip, chatter, laughing or shouting, you know, the noise they can make is sometimes incredible.
When I fell pregnant with my last sister, screwed the head, but I never. And obviously I just started drinking all that all the time, and then we've been in hostels. My lassie's 8, my boy's 2. My wee lassie's settled with my lassie's 8, so I'm quite happy with that. But I don't mind my wee lassie's time, I can phone her when I want, I can go and see her and all that. So I'm not bothered about my wee boy's only 2 and I had him until July last year, so that's what always gets to me. Like, my wee lassie, I'm used to not having her with me, but it's as if I'm still not used to having my wee boys not with me. And obviously that is my fault. I shouldn't have went back down the road I did go down.
Transforming lives and unlocking potential is, people take them as slogans and all. You know, some people would think, you know, guffaw at them if you like, but if you think about what we do, that's exactly what we're trying to do, and I don't feel any kind of shame in the fact that we put it out there that is what we're trying to do.
You know what, I got to do everything right, and not just for me, for my veins and my family, and actually make my ma proud instead of making everybody want to strangle the life out of me.
1, 2, 3, wait.
A lot of people will find that, oh, right, you know, this was the wake-up call maybe that they needed, or, you know, this will be the last time that they come back. This time was bad enough that they don't want to come back, but it's not really what we don't. their punishment is losing freedom, so we're not here to punish them further. We're here to try and help them, you know, so that when they go back out into the community, they can function well and they become an active member of that community. It's not about us making their lives miserable, which is certainly not what we strive to do. Prisoners' personal cash, we pay it into them for working, so, you know, be it £7 a week or something like that. They can buy their tobacco, there's certain sweets and things that they all like.
As soon as I came in, I said I wanted a job and I wanted the education. So I'll be doing that because I'm crap at maths and I want to go and see if I can get any qualifications while I'm here. I wanted the education, I want a job and all, so I don't want to be one of the ones that are in here and they're just sitting about myself doing nothing all day. Obviously I'll get tired, it depends what job they give me, but I'm not doing the laundry. I done the laundry last year and I chucked it after 3 days because of the heat and all that. They were raging with me. But I wouldn't mind actually doing the pantry one. That'd be quite good. I'll not be doing the gardening one, but no, it's probably going to be too cold sometimes, so I'll not be doing the gardening one.
If they get cash in an account, they get a sheet which will tell them what they can buy and how much that is going to cost. And they mark off, it says at the top what they have to spend, they mark off, and then generally they'll come and ask us, right, how much have I spent there? They see it as a kind of a necessity, their tobacco and things like that, but there's a few treats on there that people might think, oh, why would they be getting that? But you'd have to say, why not? I mean, it's a packet of biscuits or sweets or something like that, so it's a good day for them. They seem like they love their shop day. It's all you hear about the whole morning. Can we go and get shop?
Tobacco, fag peoples. Tobacco, fag peoples. A stamp. Don't even know what the stamp's for yet, probably that way or there, Lindsay's. A stamp, crisps and juice and hamburgers. And toiletries I had to get deodorant and shampoo. I've got a hairbrush, but that's no on that shop sheet, that's only makeup one. So I'll probably be stuck with a comb now. I can't save up. What's going to happen when I get out? I'll be in my head until I get out. I will be in my head until I walk out the door. When I go out, I'm going to be homeless for a start. My pals know, they're into the legal high, man. They're on to legal high now. Obviously I was on that and all, but I'm not going back out to go and get addicted to stuff and all that again. I've been saying this and saying it. I don't want to go back doing that road. I want to try and do something different, but as I said, I don't know where I'm going to end up.
Part of the job that really makes you feel like you've accomplished something is if you think you've made a difference to just one person, even if that's in 10 or 20 years, that they will not come back to prison, makes everything you're doing worthwhile.
Lomos is a brand new jail. It's built back in 2012 with a lot more modern facilities than a lot of your older jails. Lomos is pushing the way forward for trying to basically stop prisoners re-offending and addressing their offending behaviour with the programmes and what's on offer to them within Lomos. It's a good jail.
It's Barry's last 24 hours in prison.
I don't think people realise that your family's doing a jail sentence with you. Doing the 4 months for theft, cut a breach of the peace at Lomos Prison, Glasgow. Bumped into a couple of people, wrong people, took a couple of Valium, and then the next thing I kind of woke up in a jail cell. If I hadn't took Valium at that time, the chances is I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. It's not when you were 21, it was easy. It was, you thought it was a bit of a laugh, a bit of a joke, but I think the older you get, the sentences aren't harder, but doing them's harder. It's more psychology, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain.
If you deep down, it doesn't want it, but like, I don't know what trouble it would be. If he wants it, it's just going, you get it cold.
You get by, you've got to get by, let's face it, you're here, there's no other way, you've got to do it, and that's the end of it.
Barry's Barry, and he's at it every sentence. First few weeks when he comes in, he is a nightmare. And then he'll level his cell out, and he's no cause to staff for any of his work parties he's ever worked in, right up to, he stays the same basically up to the day of release.
A lot of my offending was basically to fund a drug habit. Heroin, when you're on it, it's not something that you can either take it or leave it. It's not like that, you need it just to kind of operate, just to feel normal when you get through day-to-day life.
I can't even remember the last time I've done a sentence without being on meth.
I think every time a day come in, you always do miss your family. End of the day, I think I'm a mammy's boy, whatever way you look at it. My mother brought us up, she brought my other two brothers up. Usually when I phone, if I'm back in the jail, I usually get a right ball on that for. She'll maybe fought with me for the first week or two, but as she keeps telling me, look, you're my son, and I'll be there regardless. I think if my mother wasn't here, I think I'd be lost. A lot of boys, if they're here, they've not got their family. I'm one of the lucky ones that actually still have got a family.
Barry doesn't really change when he's due to get out. Barry will still get up and go to his work, right up to the day that he's lived or his release date.
A lot of people just see this case, a green jumper, a green t-shirt, and that's it, you're wrote off right away. But in the day, not always, they're not all bad people at the end of the day. It's some ages here for one drunk daft tank, and that's next time you're in here for maybe the next couple of months or the next couple of years. Some of them are maybe here for life for one stupid thing. That's just the way life is at the moment. I've got to do something. I'm 35 now. It might not seem old, but it's too old to be still doing this in and out.
This is Barry's last night locked up in his cell.
You're fucking annoying, but you want to strip beds and all that.
This time when I get released, I'll go down and stay with I'll probably go down and stay with my mother for a while. Usually, if I'm staying with my mother, I usually keep it straight and narrow. There's no plans for ending that weekend. At the end of the day, I think if I went out, I'd end up right back in. I think I've got everything anyway.
Pablo here, in that cup and that, mate. There's a spoon and you plug in there, partner, right? When you're walking down to reception, I don't care how many sentences you've done. That's when the nerves and the butterflies start kicking in. It's hard to explain. It's not a worry, but it's a bit of worried with excitement kind of thing. It's strange. End of the day, if you know you're getting out and you've got nothing to get there to, then it's worry. But if you're going out, you've got a family and that, it's excitement, but you're not really thinking about it too much. You're just glad to go out and see things again. Eh?
You got any plans for today?
Nah. Right down the road, fucking peace and quiet for a while. Just glad to get out and fucking back a bit of normality. Oh, half the time, you're in for that long, you get back into your local town and there's buildings where buildings weren't there and there's shops open there. It's surprisingly how quick one town can change in a matter of, say, 2, 6 months, whatever. It's no fucking search, is it? Out one. Right, the only thing I'm really wanting off it's my coat.
The liberation, they're getting libbed. They'll basically take them up to reception where the prisoners will be searched, changed into their own clothes, their prison clothing, collect any monies or anything like that they're due to be given on release.
You sign in there for me, that's for your money.
When a prisoner's getting released, they'll get a liberation grant of £72 and any money that they've also got in their own accounts. If they've been working or money sent in, that'll all be given to them on the day of their liberation.
That's yours as well, Barry, that's for your bus.
And a travel warrant.
Barry, that's that amended for you, all right?
Brilliant.
You'll get your property me up at the front, all right?
That's no problem.
All right, see you later.
No, that's me, Johnny. Oh, when you get out the door, it's a strange feeling.
Somewhere to go when you leave here?
I'll get something sorted out. I'm going to my mum's soon anyway. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, you're glad that you're seeing the back yet. But at the same time, that's you're out in the street, standing at a bus stop, with 70 odd quid in your pocket. And that's you going to start a new life. It can be fucking terrifying.
But this, you want that?
Yeah, that isn't.
Get later or something.
Oh, aye, it's for the courts, aye, that's right. Right, thanks.
All the best.
Cheers.